See, the entire system is working against you. The entire system wants you to lose. They don't want you to win because for the people at the top, the people who are already in power to stay in power, they need to make sure that you lose. They need to make sure that you stay in second and third and fourth. That's how they stay in first, right? First place stays in first if second place doesn't pass them up. So when you understand this, you understand that everything around you is not here to benefit you at all. Because the only people that get to decide what's right and wrong and get to decide morality and get to decide how the system works are the people that have the power to decide how the system works. And those people are the people at the top, the people in power. It's not a democracy. It's not freedom. Democracy ain't freedom. You think you have power because you can go vote. You don't have anything. You can't actually make a difference. See, somebody like Elon Musk or somebody who has a lot of influence can tomorrow change their political views. And because they change their political views and so many people believe in them, other people will follow. And they actually made a difference. Because now so many people will vote differently. They can literally influence the election to sway one way or the other. You think your one vote makes a difference? It doesn't. It doesn't. You going to protesting doesn't do anything. If you really cared so much, what you would do is you would understand that becoming powerful would allow you to make a difference and you would become powerful. You would sacrifice years of your life trying to become a man that's powerful and unstoppable so that when you open your mouth, it makes a goddamn difference. But see, you don't love life enough for that. You know what love is? It's sacrifice. That's it. You love your mother so much because of how much you would sacrifice for her, because she's so valuable and so irreplaceable. Love is directly correlated to how much you would sacrifice for something. You want to see if you really love something? See how much you would sacrifice for it. If you're not willing to sacrifice anything for it, you don't love it. The more you are willing to sacrifice for something, the more you love it. So if you're willing to sacrifice the drugs, the alcohol, the partying, the fun, relationships, love, all this crap that you've been told you need, which you don't, by the way, but you're willing to sacrifice your sanity and you're willing to sacrifice everything the world has ever told you you need. You're like, you know what? I don't need any of this. I'm going to make the sacrifice. I'm going to sacrifice my time and my energy trying to achieve something. You become someone who loves life more than anybody else. I love life. I love living because every day I sacrifice more than everybody else does. I sacrifice more energy. I sacrifice more time. I sacrifice more of everything. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't party. I don't indulge in any of these things. And you know what? I don't do them because I don't want to do them. I literally have no interest. I don't even care. It's not that I'm purposely stopping myself from doing it because I want to be like this better person. No, I literally just don't care because I know what a bunch of nonsense it is. And it's all just here to keep you distracted from doing something great, from having a purpose, from achieving something that hasn't been achieved. Because you know what happens when you achieve something new, you do something great, you become powerful. You become powerful because people see that you've done something different and they now follow you. And that gives you the power to one day rise up and take the throne. And the thing is, the king doesn't want to be dethroned. And there are many kings, many people at the top right now that are literally building a system every day, expanding on the system, building it against you. You know all these people in my comments that are talking about, oh, what's wrong with you, this, that. These are the same people that are hating on me, the same people that disagree with me. These are the same goddamn people that say we need to tax the rich. So they are supporting the system that was created by the people in power, by the rich. They are supporting the same system and then the system that they created and then opposing them, saying we need to tax them. I don't have an issue with the hate comments. I don't care. In fact, I know I need it to go viral. So it doesn't bother me. But you know what does bother me? How dumb and naive humanity is. In fact, it's not even that they're dumb. You know what? It's not even that. It's that the system is so perfect. It's so invisible, right? They make you feel like you have freedom because you can vote, you can cast a vote. That people don't even realize that they're working for those same people that they oppose, for those same people that don't allow them to climb to the top. There's two types of freedom. There's freedom to do something, and there's freedom from something. Ignorance is bliss, and all the people around you are free from anxiety, free from stress. Maybe they're stressful or anxious about something little, but they're free from the truth. And you see, a lot of you guys are probably on this journey. A lot of you guys, if you're watching this video, I know you're not some bum that sits around and does nothing all day. If you watch this kind of shit, you're somebody that's trying to achieve something, which means you have learned the truth that the world ain't sunshine and rainbows and that you need to suffer to achieve the things that you want to achieve. And you know what that means? That means that you can no longer live that life where ignorance is bliss. You can no longer sleep. Sleepless nights, thinking, racing, head going all over the place, all these thoughts, all these different ideas, and all these different visions. And you see the only way you're going to feel that freedom again, because that freedom from all this stress and all this anxiety you're feeling now, that freedom is gone. You'll never have that again because you know the truth. But remember, there's two types of freedom. You still have the option to have the second type of freedom. And the second type of freedom is the freedom to do whatever you want. So you don't have the freedom from things, but you can achieve and acquire the freedom to do things. And that comes with suffering and attaining power from that suffering. But you see, the suffering, it's sacrifice. And you know what? The suffering, it isn't suffering. It's actually just sacrifice. And you can actually learn to appreciate the sacrifice. Because you see, love is sacrifice. Love is not, I love you, so you love me. When somebody tells you they love you, you can't actually feel love from another person. You literally cannot feel somebody else's emotions for you. You can only feel your own emotions. You know when people say, I want to be in love, it literally doesn't make any sense. You cannot feel somebody else's love for you. Like, love doesn't work that way. You don't feel love for someone because they love you, okay? Because if you're not willing to sacrifice for somebody that you love, you cannot love them. And you also cannot feel their love because you literally cannot feel somebody else's emotion. So when you say, I want somebody to love me, what you're saying is you just want someone to sacrifice for you. What you're saying is you just want someone to give you gratification and someone to validate you. That's it. That's it. You can't actually experience their love for you when you say, I want to feel that person's love for me. That's impossible. You can only feel your own emotions. You see, people look for love in the wrong places. You need to love yourself because you can never take away yourself from yourself, okay? You can never take away God from yourself. You can never take spirituality from yourself. You can never take your purpose away from yourself. These are the things you need to love because you see that comes from within. You want to experience more love? Love more. That's it. Love life. Love spirituality. Love your purpose. Love your family. Love your women. Love your friends. That's how you feel love. You don't feel love because somebody gives it to you because they literally can't give it to you. You feel love by putting love out into the world. That's what love is. What does that mean? Sacrifice. You sacrifice for things. You know what the biggest sacrifice you can make is? You say, I don't want love. I don't need love right now. It can wait. I don't need to go party. I don't need to go drink. I don't need to go smoke. I don't need any of these things. I'm going to sacrifice all these things that I've been told I need. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my head down and contribute and have purpose and figure out what the whole point of this is and what my reason for being on this earth is. Even if it'll drive me crazy, even if it drives me nuts. That's sacrifice. That makes you love the world. You know why depressed people are depressed? Because they don't sacrifice anything. They are lacking love. They're just sitting on their ass all day, not doing anything. They're not sacrificing their time, their energy, trying to do something, going out there, moving. They're not sacrificing anything. That's it. They have no purpose. They're not a piece of the puzzle. They don't feel like they're worth anything because they aren't. Because tomorrow, if they didn't exist, nothing would change. You have to be a piece of the puzzle. Figure out what kind of addition you are to everybody else around you, to society, to humanity. Become a piece of the puzzle. I was saying earlier, a lot of you guys are on this journey, you know, and you might not have that sanity anymore. You're going crazy. Well, that freedom to do all those things, acquiring that power, that's the only way you're going to feel sane again. That's it. That's it. Because you already know the truth. You already know the truth. You know, a great example of this is feminism. You know, women think they have freedom, but they have the wrong kind of freedom. See, in a woman, her value isn't from experience. A man needs to learn the truth and go out there and have freedom to do things because that's masculine. But for a woman, the freedom that she needs is the freedom from things, because that keeps her innocent and that keeps her away from stress and anxiety. And you see, women might now have the freedom to vote and work, but that's freedom to do things. They're not free from the stress and anxiety that comes with all those things. Before, they didn't have to worry about all those things. They could just stay at home, take care of the children, and have a great life. They were free from the stress and the anxiety that came with working and having to make political decisions. But no, you see, they want to control the population. That's what this is. They don't want women to have children. They want women to believe in materialistic things so that there's a lower population, so that the people in power have less competition, because there's less people going out in the world and building consciousness and discovering things, which means there's less threats. Because you see, what happens when you give a woman money? She goes, I don't need a man. What happens when you give a man money? He goes, I want to start a family. The people above are against you and you support them. And you don't even know that you're supporting them. You think you got freedom? You got nothing. You know this feeling you have right now? Learning the truth is a hard pill to swallow. You know what I want you to do? I want you to grow a pair of fucking balls. I want you to stay on this journey. I want you to understand that you have something much greater in front of you than everybody else around you. And the suffering is worth it. Because the suffering isn't suffering, it's actually sacrifice. It's sacrifice, meaning you're just a person that is more full of love than everybody else around you. So sacrifice more so you can love more.